I'm happy to introduce our segment from Module 12, Leadership in Arts Education and Arts Integration. My name is Merryl Goldberg, and I'm a professor at Cal State University San Marcos, and I'm joined by two arts administrators, Benji Walker and Sharon Scott Gonzalez. But before we start our discussion, we have a unique way to begin. To do so, we hand over the stage literally to Katie Caldwell, theater instructor at Vista Academy.
I'm sorry that I am here under these circumstances. I didn't want to have to be the one to break the news to you today, but we are gathered here today to lay to rest a friend of ours that has impacted our lives over the last couple of years profoundly. We are here to lay to rest I Can't. Now, over the last couple of years, I Can't has impacted our lives in more ways than it should have. In your rows, there are Post-it notes with pens. Please write down a statement, an I Can't statement, where I Can't has impacted you. It can be with teaching or outside your lives. Crumple it up and come and place it inside its burial box, please. Thank you. Thank you. If there are no more, we'll start the official ceremony. Now, friends, like I said earlier, we are gathered here today to honor the memory of I Can't. Now, while I Can't was here on earth with us, it touched all of our lives. Now, we have provided I Can't with its final resting place here in a Skechers shoebox. Now, I Can't's brothers and sisters, I can, I will, and I'm going to right away are still with us, luckily. Now, they may not be as famous or powerful yet, but with your help, we can make them as powerful, if not more powerful, than Can't. Maybe someday we can not only empower ourselves, but empower all of our students to believe that I can, I will, and I will do right away, because we are magical, we are worthy, and we can do anything. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. Hi, everyone. I'm Benji Walker, and I am the proud principal of Vista Academy of Visual and Performing Arts in Vista Unified School District. And I'm going to be talking about setting the stage for a successful arts integrated program at your school or site. So one of the first things that's super important is that your arts integrated program really needs to be tied to a solid mission and vision. So this develops your school-wide goals that support the arts, it supports your team goals, it supports your grade level goals, and even your specialist goals. So an example of a vision here at Vista Academy, our vision is to be the model of educational excellence through innovative arts integration and intercultural understanding. So you can see deep in our vision, which is our moonshot, that innovative arts integration is tied deeply into what we do here at my site. So our mission is to inspire every student to be a confident global citizen and a critical thinker through a rigorous arts integrated and innovative academic community. So once again, you're hearing arts integrated, and it's deeply tied into our mission. So having a solid mission and vision that supports integration is really going to set a site up for success. It really becomes the guide for why you are learning, what is your learning engine, and why you are doing what you do as a learning community. Another important part of setting the stage is creating a structure for a school-wide schedule that supports your arts integration. So it needs to support specialties, it needs to support professional development, and weekly and ongoing collaboration. So collaboration is going to be key to arts integration, because arts integration is tying the arts in and through the other content areas and vice versa. So you really want to set up a solid structure as a foundation for arts integration. So where you put your time is where your priorities truly are. So think about that. Another piece is the promotion of the school program. So here at Vista Academy of Visual and Performing Arts, we are a magnet school. We're within a public school district. However, we are a school of choice. So marketing our school is a very important part of promoting our school program. So if you are just at the beginning stages of developing an arts integrated school program, you really want to spend some time learning from other arts schools, how they launch their program. They can share their plans with you. And then when you begin to build that arts integrated program, you're going to want to share your plans with the school district and the governing body, because you are not only going to need their support in writing, but you are also going to need a commitment financially for your school program. You want to know that your program is going to be supported for years to come. So super important. Another piece is you're really going to want buy-in from your school community. So if you are building a program from the bottom up, you want to make sure that you're recruiting your staff and your students if you have that opportunity. You want to make sure that the school supports the school is supported by the community, and that they're supporting your plans. Like you want the community to know about your arts integrated program, because then they're going to spread the word throughout your community and in surrounding communities to support that school program. You also want to make sure when you're setting the stage that you're providing training for staff on arts integration on an ongoing basis. So you'll definitely need foundational training and then ongoing training. So as you know, staff, depending on if they retire or they move to a different district or a different site, you are going to get new staff that come onto your teams, and you want to make sure that you're providing that foundational training and then finding out what their strengths are, what they can offer to your staff and to the learning community. Another piece about an arts integration school is that you need to expect some drama. So creativity is definitely messy, and creative people can be very dramatic and passionate. So just be prepared, be super flexible, make sure you're always listening and seeking to understand, and provide a space and time for everyone to share their ideas, because you want to make sure that you're really expanding on your staff's strengths. Another important part of building a solid arts integration program is to practice intentionally. So like anything, when you are trying a new program or you're building a new program, you want to be very intentional. So intentionality is extremely important in arts integration. So creating a collaborative system or develop a plan that supports consistent arts integration and growth. You want to have something in writing that's collaborative, that discusses your art teacher expectations, like what are they responsible for. You'll also want to have something that's collaborative that everyone can agree on, that talks about the regular classroom teacher's expectations as well. So find opportunities for model lessons, find opportunities for co-teaching, coaching, and observations, and really focus on your staff strengths. You really want to find out what everyone is comfortable with and then build your program just to support it long term. So you really want to celebrate the risk taking as well. Another important part is critiquing and reflecting regularly. So anytime you're building a program, you are going to try things and they may or may not work, and be okay with that. Failure is an opportunity to learn and to grow. And so think about what is working and be prepared to make changes. I cannot tell you how many times we've had to make changes after the first couple months of school or middle of the year. So just be prepared to be super flexible and collaborative, and be okay with making a change, because you don't want to keep doing something if it's not working. Very important. Constantly ask the question, is this getting the outcomes that we anticipated? Is this really working? And if it's not, make a change. There's no sense in finishing out a school year if something is not working. So is the schedule supporting collaboration and student learning? If it's not, then you need to build a schedule that does do that. Consistently refine and dial in your system. It might take several iterations, but just knowing that, thinking about, a theatrical performance, it's not something you just hop on the stage and it's just amazing. It's going to take a lot of practice, a lot of planning, and everyone has different roles. So be okay with that. Repeat that often and regularly. And last but definitely not least, is keep an open mind and definitely keep a sense of humor, because there's going to be times that you are just going to need to laugh about it and say, wow, that really went well and that was amazing. Or laugh about it and say that didn't go so well. We're going to try something new. So just keep that open mind, be a risk taker, and keep your sense of humor.
Hi, I'm Sharon Scott Gonzalez. I am the IB Arts Magnet Coordinator at Vista Academy, and I'm here to talk to you a little more about how we've developed our arts integration program here. The first thing to remember is that it really does take time. Our school has been an arts magnet school with a focus on arts integration since 1992. And over the years, we've tried out many different models of arts integration as education has changed with Common Core standards, more accountability with standardized testing, and our authorization as an international baccalaureate school. It's been so important to continually reflect on what is working with our students and refine our program as needed. Another important thing to remember is that arts integration is on a continuum. There are many ways that the arts can be used in the classroom, from using art standards to teach art skills, to develop mastery of an art form, to using the arts in service of another content area to increase student engagement, and as an interdisciplinary practice where the arts and a content area are taught and connected through naturally aligned standards in order to deepen student learning in both the arts and the non-arts content areas. There's no judgment about one approach being better than another. They can all be valuable and interdependent, but they will yield different results. Art specialists will most likely be at a different place on the arts integration continuum than classroom teachers. So it's also very important to focus on engaging classroom teachers. We've tried to provide classroom teachers with ongoing professional development on arts integration and to focus on creating a climate where it's encouraged to take risks in trying new approaches. And it's okay if things don't go exactly as planned. This year, we've worked together with each grade level teacher team and our arts specialists to create more formal arts integrated lesson plans. This is a process of first brainstorming possible connections to the arts within their curriculum, co-writing a lesson plan, giving teachers time to teach the lesson to their students, and then coming back together to reflect on and refine the lesson. We hope to continue this process in the future so that all grade levels have common arts integrated lessons connected to their units of study. It's also very important to emphasize the use of arts vocabulary. A huge part of these lesson plans that we're making is incorporating arts vocabulary. Classroom teachers need to have a strong understanding of arts vocabulary so that they are using it correctly and using it regularly with their students. An example of this would be understanding the difference between beat and rhythm in music, or axial and locomotor movement in dance. So at Vista Academy, we are very fortunate to have 4 highly qualified art specialists at our school. Our specialists meet regularly with classroom teachers so that they can make authentic connections in their lessons to the content that the students are learning in their classrooms. Our art specialists also have time in their schedule to co-teach with their classroom teachers. For example, our drama teacher recently collaborated on a reader's theater lesson that connected to what first graders were reading in class. Our arts teachers are a resource for classroom teachers as they integrate the arts and an advocate for the arts with families in our school, within our district, and in the larger community. If possible, it's great to provide space for a university or community advocate and mentor. Dr. Merryl Goldberg from CSUSM has been an invaluable support for arts integration at our school. She has met regularly with our art specialist team and grade level teams, as well as providing professional development for teachers at our school and connecting our school to other professors and art professionals. Our second grade team has had a 2-year collaboration with Dr. Chris Wood from CSUSM to incorporate podcasting with students, interviewing family members as part of their study of family history. There really are no recipes for arts integration. Our program has evolved over the years to highlight the strengths and passions of particular teachers and specialists. We continually align our arts integration with changing curriculum and expectations from our state and district. As we reflect on our program, we always go back to making decisions by asking what is best for our students. We recently sent out a survey to alumni of our program, and here's one response. She said, "My 6 years at Vista Academy were incredibly fulfilling. I knew it then and I still know it. I can think of a million ways it has impacted me." She went on to give many specific examples and then concluded with, "I could go on, but arts integration was the best thing a school could do for me. I still have dreams about Vista Academy." That's the deep connection to learning that we aspire to for all our students.
Thanks, Sharon. Lastly, we want to emphasize the importance of know your why. There is literally tons and tons of research to back up what you do and to use for purposes of writing Title I grants, speaking to teachers and parents, and speaking at school board meetings, and so on. The 3 cards here are 3 of 15 open source cards in English and in Spanish. Each card is downloadable, and each card is linked to continually updated research studies. In addition to art gives students a voice in learning and telling their story, art creates tomorrow's leaders, art nurtures hope and resilience. There are cards about problem solving, working together, empathy, risk-taking, thinking outside the box, and academic achievement, both in the arts and in subjects such as reading and math. The video, which we hope you will watch, is taken from Michael Jr., a comedian. One performance, he was speaking, and a music director was in the audience. So Michael J. asked him to sing Amazing Grace. It was lovely. Michael Jr. then asked him to sing like his brother had just gotten out of jail, having been falsely accused of a shooting. When you listen to the music director singing Amazing Grace this second time, you understand the power of knowing the why. The first time he sang, he knew what he was doing. The second time, he knew why. We hope knowing your why will also give you the confidence and power to integrate the arts and enable each child to find their opportunities to succeed and thrive.
Thanks for joining us. As Walt Disney once said, it's kind of fun to do the impossible.